Wamucii Speaks. Welcome very much. Well, last time we were talking music and not everyone agrees with what I had to say, which I think is very natural and healthy. So if you catch all, keep the conversation going. Well, I talked about Nunu, and let me just say I do not support pedophiles at all. Those people are sick. They need help. But I don't think that children are about to start getting assaulted because ethic used the tashbihi nunu kama ya mtoi. So that's the point. But I also agree that we need a change. Away with music. If you've not talked drama, theater, and film, and books. So everybody, drama, theater, film, and books. All these are forms of storytelling, and once again, we are pros at this. We were born into this from long time ago when we'd sit around a fire kuambiwa stories by our shoshos and gukas. Yes, so Kenya, lucky country, has very beautiful sceneries. And history tells me that Kenya was first filmed in 1909. And in the 1980s, Out of Africa, which was a very famous movie, was shot again in Kenya. And this highlighted Kenya's beauty, and it has become a destination for filming ever since. Well, after independence, that's when I can say our art started. It started the Africanization of our arts, and that's when the Kenya Institute of Mass Communication was started, and it was meant to train Kenyans, in filming, so that they could take over KBC, which was formerly being run by the Britons. And in 1968, the first Swahili movie film was made, and it was called Mlevi. Bless all of those people who have taken this journey. It has been so slow, but I want to believe that this is one of those really good things that take time to manifest. The things that when they finally shoot out, they become, like things out of this world. So the film industry has been slow. Then KNT came through, Kenya National Theatre, and well, that's another journey. I understand at some point in history, money was put aside for KNT to be renovated, and something went terribly wrong, and the money disappeared. Management, I'd say, but those are the Moi eras, and okay. It's been quite a journey. Because now we have KNT, and it's functioning. It's working well, much as we'd like to see more. But well, Kenya's journey in film has been slow, but I'd say steady, because we are improving. We are going somewhere. Aren't we? Mnakumbuka era za vitimbi? Well, making a movie is no easy thing, but right now we're talking Supermodel, Rafiki, and Nairobi Half-Life, and even more, which is a big step. I go searching film and I meet Ezekiel again. So Rafiki was banned. It's crossing borders, and poor Kenyans, we don't get to see it. Well, I stand with Wanuri that, man, it was banned because of its homosexual theme. But seriously speaking, it's a thing that's happening. And like someone asked, when we, Chris Foot, who's a very capable KFC chairman, he asked, so when people talk about, make movies about terrorism, does it mean, that we should have all these things banned? We have to talk about what's actually happening. It's not like homosexuality started with the movie, did it? Well, these are some of the things that I feel we need to work on for our film industry to go to cross borders. We can't afford to be too tight about stories. We have to tell them and tell them as they are. We can't sugarcoat these things. Ni kusema kusema, katambe katambe. That's the whole point of art. Art is the richest form of hope and truth and freedom. Well, I want to talk about the base of film, which I believe is theater and drama. Well, drama, I see it mostly, it started back in high school. And I recognize schools like Kenyan boys who are very passionate and they do it very well. Drama is a big thing. Like I saw your story, the riddle of Sangoma. Oh my God, so powerful. So drama is a powerful thing, and I love the energy and the strength and everything about drama. And I think all schools all schools should be very active in drama. Like in my school where I studied, it was banned, which was very sad because I went to school knowing that this is one thing I have to get into. So all schools should open up this field for kids. You never know what might come out of it. Plus, children and teenagers need to express themselves, and it's a powerful tool. Then theater. Now theater. Now I'm speaking out of experience. I've been in theater for an year. So I worked with a certain group for 6 months, and I literally came home with less than 3,000 Kenya shillings after 6 months. So theater is a powerful tool. It is the beginning of most of the best actors we could ever have. So many people with talents come into theater with so much hope. Few survive, and a very big number dies after that, because theater, particularly set books and traveling theater, management is so poor, and only the people above there benefit, and not much. Not because it's not something that you could really, make something out of, but management. Theater goes beyond set books, something most people don't realize. But our theaters, first of all, we don't have theaters in our counties. And then the theaters that are there are mostly always empty, sadly, very sadly. Well, there is hope. Like in Machakos, I'm hearing that they're being promised a mega theater, and I trust the Machakos governance somehow, because we've seen results. We've always seen results. And I think it's about time that we make sure there's a theater in every county. You know why? Because we are a young, talented nation, and I'm sure that everyone, in every county, there's a group that would like to, take itself out there. And this is the only way. We need to provide these facilities. Kiambu people, hallelujah. Kiambu people, after all this quarantining, tell me, we need to meet up and work on and figure out how we're going to make sure that we get a theater. The youth in every county, it's your responsibility to push projects like this, to ask for these things, to make sure that you get them and you get them right. So Kiambu people, hallelujah. Yeah, Kiambu people, after this, tell me, where do we meet? We need to talk about this, and we need to get a theater, because I have met you and you people are talented, and we need a good theater, a good one. So there was talk about a theater coming up, but I don't know much about it anymore. and we need these things. I think when we work on our theaters and manage them properly, then even film will be able to grow. We need to see new faces and new talents in our screens. I couldn't talk enough about these things. So, I really couldn't. So let's go books briefly. So if you're not reading Kenyan books, I'm sorry, you're missing out. You're missing out. Kenyans, we are a full package. We have everything we could ever need, everything we go for out there. We have it right here. From newspapers. Have you read those newspapers? Have you seen those writing? Those writings, those writers, do you see that? They are so good. Bloggers, Kinabiko, have you seen their work? Legendary. Biographies and autobiographies, Wangari Maathai, Mudiawori, have you seen those things? Margaret Ogola, the late Ken Olibora, may God rest his peace, his soul in peace. He was doing a good job. Margaret Ogola is legendary. People like McKenna, Wanjerika, seriously, if you're not reading, I'm sorry, you're lost. You're lost. So I just want to know, why aren't you into Kenyan content? What makes, how come it's not revolving? How come it's not circulating around us? What would you like to see, and what platforms suit you best? And have you ever read a Kenyan book? A Kenyan written, a Kenyan book, yeah. Have you ever read any biography or autobiography? And what do you think of Kenyan content? Well, a friend told me that he thinks it's mediocre. Well, I beg to disagree. Please, African authors, Nadine Korafor, have you read those books? You all should. You all really should. Chris Foot, we are behind you. And we want Kenyan content in our medias. Who's with me? Now we need to talk about these things. We need to talk about these things. We need our content being played. And we need the freedom to tell our stories as it is, as they are, without having to hide stuff, or, without having to pretend that things aren't happening. Like Sugar played. It was not necessarily very clean, but it told a story and it sold. And our actors did a very good job, and we know them to date, and they're doing very well. So why would Wanuri's story, Rafiki, be banned? I am angry that I feel like I'm doing an illegal thing watching Rafiki in my country. Yet people out there are enjoying it. So tell me, what do we do about this? Are we ready to talk loud and ask that our content be played in our medias? This has come again and again and again and again. This is coming up with music, and now with art, with movies. So clearly, we need to do something about this one. I have been your host, Rachel Wamucii, and well, I am I am low today. I am low because I want Rafiki to play in 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 my television. I want to watch it feeling like I am, feeling liberated. I did watch it, but I didn't feel like I was doing the right thing, because I am a good citizen. They say it's not good, I leave it. Yeah. So uh talk to me. One voice is never enough. I hope you're still working on whatever we talked about, And I have been your host, Rachel Wamucii. One voice is never enough. Talk to me. Till next time. Toodles. Keep washing your hands. Stay safe.